Hi guys, today I cannot sleep because my stomach aches. And today I'm going to share with you a Photoshop technique I wanted to practice before November. We know November is a Halloween month. It's a cool trick you can try before the holidays. It's just a photo I downloaded from Facebook from one of my friends. And here's the before picture on the left and here's the after picture on the right. The entire thing on what I did is shown here. So let's go ahead and open up the original photo. The first thing you would want to do is make a selection out of the eye. Right, so this is one of the most difficult things for beginners sometimes. There are several ways to do this, but this is the one I prefer because it's easier for me. Somebody would prefer using an ellipse tool, or they would prefer a pen tool approach. But in any case, suit yourself in how you want to do with it. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you the selection process and the creating the feel that we want. So the first thing I want to do is identify what I want to select and what I want to improve. First thing, for the eye to become a little bit scarier, I want the white part of the eye to be a little bit red. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select one for those. I'm gonna need to have a more significant red here on the corners of the eye, as well as something a little bit darker in the middle. So I think that having black eyes, pure black eyes, are a little bit scary, so we'll get into that feel. You can see that this photo is also of lower quality. You will see that it's a little bit noisy, and that's also a workaround for some of this case. I think looking at a picture like this also has potential, because you will see that it's already scary just the way how it's shot. So it's something that you would want to improve on. As much as you can, work with good photos before you start to edit. It will give you more liberty on what you need to do. If it has potential, then edit it. Yeah. Okay. So what I do generally is just select which part I want. Right. Right. Let's say this part of the eye I want to edit. Okay, let's just smoothen it out a bit here. Alright, not very strict here. So let's take a look at how that goes. Alright, let's just have a copy of this just for safekeeping. Alright, so in this case, we'll have that. And the reason we want to do a separate mask is when we want to do specific edits for just this layer, we can do that from the masks. After we've selected this part, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see how it looks with some layers. I think I want to see more reds. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna select the reds by using the channel mixer and put more red. Okay, so one of the things we want to do is just apply it to this layer, and what this button does. All right. Okay, it doesn't look very natural. Let's make it look a little bit more natural. Something like this. But you can see that it also impacts the middle of the eye. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna edit that. We're gonna get ourselves a brush, pressing B, and let's just delete those out with the black brush. Okay, so it doesn't impact that. Well, what you can do is press the open bracket so that your brush gets bigger. Yep. Right, we can also select the, yeah, that's okay, relatively soft brush. And what you see, the layer mask is now just this. Right? Okay, maybe that's too much. Okay. Yeah, that's supposed to be. Yeah, that's okay. Let's just adjust that part. Now what we want to do is also get the reddish part, like what I said earlier. We want the reddish part of the eye, this one, to be brighter red, like what we're doing here. Okay, delicious. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and select this again. Select this part. And if you need to work with the finer points, we can use the mass selection tool. Sorry, the, what do you call this? the pen tool. I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, and let's add these, right, and just remove them, this part. It's that sharp feature. Okay. Generally, it's easier to use sharper features for corners like these, but you know, this is just my preference. What you need to do is you have to make sure you select the layer you want to mask from. Sorry. Okay, and then press Alt Shift R or refine edge. Okay. Nope. So we don't want this. We don't want this. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Feather. Contrast. Yep. Smoothen out a bit. Shift edge out a bit. Maybe. Okay. Alright, refine edge. New layer with layer mask. From this layer. Okay. Up here is this. Okay. Now those two parts want to see a color mix that's a bit red. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay, just make sure to select this. Yep, just so that it impacts only this layer. We'll want to see more contrast on this layer. So more contrast. Yeah. See more reds, please. Okay. And you see there's some disconnect here. We're gonna go to the mask. I'm gonna remove this mask. Delete this mask. Okay, so it impacts everything. And from this mask, we're going to get our brush again. Brush B. And then we're gonna make sure we have the brush smaller. This, sorry. Add a little bit more here and there. Okay, remove a little bit from here. Maybe that went too far over here. Yep. And this is the great thing when you're using masks, because you can edit specific areas. Yep. Doesn't look natural. We're gonna go ahead and maybe add more reds. Yeah. Some blues maybe. Yep, some blues. That works. Okay. Let's look at the contrast. A bit darker. Yeah. Alright, I want that same feel for this one. Okay, let's make it a little bit darker. Yep. And a little bit more red. Yes? Yes. Alright. Okay. So, comparing what we have so far. Alright, and the last effect probably would be the negative. Oh no, well, let's do the eye. I'm gonna use the elliptical tool. Let's go ahead and use that here. Yup, the center of the eye. Just go ahead and refine the edge. We're going to feather it a bit. Where's my selection? Okay, feather that a bit. Contrast, shift it out a bit. Yep, feather is too much. Yeah, beady black eye. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's good. Now with this eye, I want it to be a little bit black. Let's also use, let's use a curves adjustment just for that eye. Yes. See how that goes. Alright. Alright. let's see. Delete this layer mask. This one, I'll probably use a brush again to reduce the top. Yep. Okay. Does it look beady enough as compared to the previous one? Beady, yep. Okay, now for the overall layer, let's just put a negative on it. Put a negative. Yep. Oh, sorry. A negative effect. Alright, alright. That looks dark. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Of course, there's some edges here that are a bit rough. We're gonna edit those out. Not happy with that. Let's go ahead and make a brush. Make a soft brush here. Brush there. Yep. Here's a bit too much. Okay. Yep. Alright, you now have pretty eyes. Yep. Is it looking good? Looking better. It's not the same one as what I did a while ago, but it looks maybe the red isn't too much. You can edit these out as much as you'd like. Yeah. Probably, brighter. Alright. It's also dark. And that is the finished product. Oh, another thing you can do here is probably, let's put some noise. Can do. We're gonna duplicate the layers. Yep. And then we're gonna merge them. And then everything else we're gonna hide. And then from here we're gonna add noise. Yep. Looks like something. Alright, so that's it. So if you'd like this effect and you'd like to try it out, go ahead and try this effect when you want to do something a bit scarier. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like and leave a comment if you'd like to see more about Photoshop edits. If you would like to see other types of videos, go ahead and tell me down in the comments down below. If you have any questions, go ahead and send them over to me at Carlitos Vodka on Twitter. Okay, go ahead. See you. Bye. Thanks for watching.